Why can't nations trust each other, even their allies? The answer is straightforward. Nations aren't driven by trust. They're driven by interests. The United Nations has registered and published over 50,000 international treaties. Yet research data shows the average lifespan of an alliance is less than 15 years. A leading school of thought in international relations argues that nations are far more strongly driven by security and self-interest than by trust. Today, let me show you how that mechanism works. Domestic societies have police. The international system does not. In international relations theory, this is called anarchy, not chaos. It means there is no world government above states. Enforcement against treaty violations is weak at the systemic level. Limited tools exist: Security Council sanctions, arbitration, countermeasures. But nothing resembling the enforcement power of domestic law. This is exactly what creates the security dilemma. State A builds up its military. State B perceives that as a threat. State B builds up its own military. State A grows more alarmed. Tension nobody intended, and here we are. In 2023, global military spending hit an all-time high of $2.443 trillion. Sweden reversed its long-standing policy of non-alignment and joined NATO in 2024. This is the security dilemma playing out in real time. Look at history. In August 1939, Germany and the Soviet Union signed the Molotov-Ribbentrop Pact. Less than 2 years later, in June 1941, Germany invaded the Soviet Union. In 1979, the United States formally established diplomatic relations with China. More than 50 years after the historic Nixon visit that set that process in motion, the two countries are locked in fierce competition. The rivalry goes far beyond tariffs. It now extends to semiconductors, manufacturing equipment, and supply chain control. Even NATO is no exception. 2024 data shows defense spending among member states ranging from just over 1% of GDP to more than 4%. Same alliance, very different commitment. Treaties are paper. When interests change, paper gets torn up. So why doesn't this problem get solved? International relations theory identifies three structural forces that produce mistrust. First, the problem of information asymmetry. The true intentions of another state are never fully knowable. Institutions and information sharing can reduce that uncertainty, but never eliminate it. Second, the commitment problem. Today's government cannot bind tomorrow's government. When power changes hands, promises change with it. Third, the competition over relative gains. Even if both sides benefit from cooperation, if the other side gains more, you come out relatively weaker. Economically, that's a positive-sum outcome. Geopolitically, it feels like a loss. These three forces reinforce each other. That's why trust is structurally fragile. So how does the international system function at all? The answer isn't trust. It's institutions. Following new accessions in 2024, WTO membership has reached 166. Since its founding in 1995, more than 620 disputes have been brought before its settlement mechanism. Under the EU's institutional framework, roughly 60% of member states, goods trade takes place within the bloc. The Nuclear Non-Proliferation Treaty has 191 states parties. At the same time, multiple cases of non-compliance or serious violations have arisen. Imperfect? Yes. But functioning. Institutions, however, are not all powerful. The WTO's appellate body, its final court of appeal, has been effectively paralyzed since the end of 2019. As the war in Ukraine demonstrated, the UN Security Council can be rendered dysfunctional by the veto. Institutions bend under the weight of great power interests. The reason institutions work isn't trust. It's that the cost of violating them outweighs the cost of compliance. Institutions also sustain cooperation through monitoring, information sharing, and reputational costs. Incentives determine behavior. That is the mechanism. Here's the paradox. A system designed around the assumption of distrust can still produce order. Consider mutual assured destruction. Matt, use nuclear weapons, and your own nation is destroyed. That logic, combined with crisis management mechanisms, has been one reason great powers have avoided all-out nuclear war for decades. But stability is not automatic. SIPRI's 2024 report found that every nuclear-armed state is actively modernizing its arsenal. The arms control framework between the US and Russia has stalled. Advances in AI and cyber capabilities are adding new layers of complexity to nuclear crisis management. Order has been sustained not by trust, but by calculation and institutions. And now, those institutions themselves are under strain. Let me put a question to you. What is the most effective tool for coexisting with a state you cannot trust? Institutions? Deterrence? Or something else entirely? Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Wherever you are in the world, this question is relevant to you. Thanks for watching. This channel analyzes global events through the lens of geopolitics and history. Not emotions, facts, not moral judgments, mechanisms. That's how we deepen your understanding of the world. If you found this analysis valuable, subscribe and join me as we keep decoding how the world actually works. Until next time,